Exodus chapter 1. Now these are the names of the children of Israel which came into Mizraim. Every man in his household came with Yaakov: Reuben, Shimon, Levi, and Yehuda, Issachar, Zebulun, and Benjamin, Dan and Naphtali, Gad and Asher. And all the souls that came out of the loins of Yaakov were 70 souls, for Joseph was in Mizraim already. And Joseph died, and all his brethren, and all that generation. And the children of Israel were fruitful, and increased abundantly, and multiplied, and waxed exceeding mighty, and the land was filled with them. Now there arose up a new king over Mizraim, which knew not Joseph. And he said unto his people, Behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we. Come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply, and it come to pass that when there falls out any war, they join also unto our enemies, and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land. Therefore they did set over them taskmasters to afflict them with their burdens. And they built for Pharaoh treasure cities, Pithom and Ramses. But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew. And they were grieved because of the children of Israel. And the Mizraim made the children of Israel to serve with rigor. And they made their lives bitter with hard bondage in mortar, and in brick, and in all manner of service in the field. And all their service, wherein they made them serve, was with rigor. And the king of Mizraim spoke to the Ivri midwives, of which the name of the one was Sifra, and the name of the other Puah. And he said, When ye do the office of a midwife to the Ivri women, and see them upon the stools, if it be a son, then ye shall kill him. But if it be a daughter, then she shall live. But the midwives feared Elohim, and did not as the king of Mizraim commanded them, but saved the men children alive. And the king of Mizraim called for the midwives, and said unto them, Why have ye done this thing, and have saved the men children alive? And the midwives said unto Pharaoh, Because the Ivriath women are not as Mizri women, for they are lively, and are delivered are the midwives come in unto them. Therefore Elohim dealt with the midwives, and the people were multiplied, and waxed were very mighty. Therefore Elohim dealt well with the midwives, and the people multiplied, and waxed very mighty. And it came to pass, because the midwives feared Elohim, that he made them houses. And Pharaoh charged all his people, saying, Every son that is born ye shall cast into the river, and every daughter ye shall save alive. Exodus chapter 2. And there went a man of the house of Levi, and took to be his woman a daughter of Levi. And the woman conceived, and bore a son. And when she saw him that he was a goodly child, she hid him 3 months. And when she could not longer hide him, she took for him an ark of bulrushes, and daubed it with slime and with pitch, and put the child therein. And she laid it in the flags by the river's brink. And his sister stood afar off to wit what would be done to him. And the daughter of Pharaoh came down to wash herself at the river, and her maidens walked along by the riverside. And when she saw the ark among the flags, she sent her maid to fetch it. And when she had opened it, she saw the child, and behold, the babe wept. And she had compassion on him, and said, This is one of the Ephraim children. Then said his sister to Pharaoh's daughter, Shall I go and call you a nurse of the Ivriath women, that she may nurse the child for you? And Pharaoh's daughter said to her, Go. And the maid went and called the child's mother. And Pharaoh's daughter said unto her, Take this child away, and nurse it for me, and I will give you your wages. And the woman took the child and nursed it. And the child grew, and she brought him unto Pharaoh's daughter, and he became her son. And she called his name Moshe. And she said, Because I drew him out of the water. And it came to pass in those days, when Moshe was grown, that he went out unto his brethren, and looked on their burdens. And he spied a Mitzri smiting an ivory, one of his brethren. And he looked this way and that way. And when he saw that there was no man, he slew the Mitzri, and hid him in the sand. And when he went out the second day, behold, 2 men of the Ivrim strove together. And he said to him that did the wrong, Wherefore smite you your fellow? And he said, Who made you a prince and a judge over us? Intend you to kill me as you killed the Mitzri? And Moshe feared, and said, Surely this thing is known. Now when Pharaoh heard this thing, he sought to slay Moshe. But Moshe fled from the face of Pharaoh, and dwelt in the land of Midian. And he sat down by a well. Now the priest of Midian had 7 daughters, and they came and drew water, and filled the troughs to water their father's flock. And the shepherds came and drove them away. But Moshe stood up and helped them, and watered their flock. And when they came to Reuel their father, he said, How is it that ye are come so soon today? And they said, A Mitzri delivered us out of the hand of the shepherds. and also drew water enough for us, and watered the flock. And he said unto his daughters, And where is he? Why is it that ye have left the man? Call him that he may eat bread. And Moshe was content to dwell with the man. And he gave Moshe Zipporah his daughter, and she bore him a son, and called his name Gershom. For he said, I have been a stranger in a strange land. And it came to pass in process of time that the king of Mitzrayim died, and the children of Israel sighed by reason of the bondage. And they cried, and their cry came up unto Elohim by reason of the bondage. And Elohim heard their groanings, and Elohim remembered his covenant with Abraham, with Isaac, and with Yaakov. And Elohim looked upon the children of Israel, and Elohim had respect unto them. Genesis chapter 3. Now Moshe kept the flock of Yithro, his father-in-law, the priest of Midian, and he led the flock to the backside of the desert, and came to the mountain of Elohim, even to Horeb. And the angel of Yah appeared unto him in a flame of fire out of the midst of a bush. And he looked, and behold, the bush burned with fire, and the bush was not consumed. And Moshe said, I will now turn aside and see this great sight, why the bush is not burnt. And when Yah saw that he turned aside to see, Elohim called unto him out of the midst of the bush, and said, Moshe, Moshe. And he said, Here am I. And he said, Draw not nigh hither. Put off your shoes from off your feet, for the place wherein you stand is holy ground. Moreover, he said, I am the Elohim of your father, the Elohim of Abraham, the Elohim of Isaac, and the Elohim of Yaakov. And Moshe hid his face, for he was afraid to look upon Elohim. And Yah said, I have surely seen the affliction of my people which are in Mitzrayim, and have heard their cry by reason of their taskmasters, for I know their sorrows. And I have come down to deliver them out of the hand of the Mitzrayim, and to bring them up out of that land unto a good land, and unto a land flowing with milk and honey, unto the place of the Kinaim, and the Chittim, and the Amorium, and the Perizzium, and the Shivim, and the Yevusium. Now therefore, behold, the cry of the children of Israel is come unto me, and I have also seen the oppression wherewith the Mitzrayim oppressed them. Come now, therefore, and I will send you unto Pharaoh, that you may bring forth my people, the children of Israel, out of Mitzrayim. And Moshe said unto Elohim, Who am I, that I should go unto Pharaoh, and that I should bring forth the children of Israel out of Mitzrayim? And he said, Certainly, I will be with you, and this shall be a sign unto you, that I have sent you. When you have brought forth the people out of Mitzrayim, ye shall serve Elohim upon this mountain. And Moshe said unto Elohim, Behold, when I come unto the children of Israel, and shall say unto them, The Elohim of your fathers has sent me unto you, and they shall say to me, What is his name? What shall I say unto them? And Elohim said unto Moshe, Ehaya Asher Ehaya. And he said, Thus shall you say unto the children of Israel, Ehaya, he has sent me unto you. And Elohim said moreover unto Moshe, Thus shall you say unto the children of Israel, Yah Elohim of your fathers, the Elohim of Abraham, the Elohim of Isaac, and the Elohim of Yaakov has sent me unto you. This is my name forever, and this is my mention unto all generations. Go and gather the elders of Israel together, and say unto them, Yah Elohim of your fathers, the Elohim of Abraham, of Isaac, and of Yaakov, appeared unto me, saying, I have surely visited you, and seen that which is done to you in Mitzrayim. And I have said, I will bring you up out of the affliction of Mitzrayim into the land of the Kinaim, and the Chittim, and the Amorium, and the Perizzium, and the Shivim, and the Yevusium, unto a land flowing with milk and honey. And they shall hearken to your voice. And you shall come, you and the elders of Israel, unto the king of Mitzrayim, and ye shall say unto him, Yah Elohim of the Ivrim has met with us. And now let us go, we beseech you, 3 days' journey into the wilderness, that we may sacrifice unto Yah Eloheinu. And I am sure that the king of Mitzrayim will not let you go, no, not by a mighty hand. And I will stretch out my hand and smite Mitzrayim with all my wonders, which I will do in the midst thereof. And after that he will let you go. And I will give this people favor in the sight of Mitzrayim. And it shall come to pass that when ye go, ye shall not go empty, but every woman shall borrow of her neighbor, and out of her that sojourns in her house, jewels of silver, and jewels of gold, and raiment, and ye shall put them upon your sons and upon your daughters, and ye shall spoil the Mitzrayim.